As always, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Road Trip to Fire. And today we're going to talk about Meatech. Meatech, I started investing in this company somewhere mid last year. I think I've been investing in cultured meat for a while now, so it's not surprising that this company is on my radar, especially because it has a pilot plant in Belgium where I'm living. So I hope that I will be able to taste it. Well, not yet has a pilot plant, but it's going to have a pilot plant through its subsidiary Piece of Meat. Meatech 3D has the head office in Israel, but there is more news to come about new offices they're planning to open. And here in this article of Cision PR Newswire, we can see that they are going to open a pilot plant in Belgium in 2023, probably to produce fat. Yes, to produce chicken fat, pork fat, so things that they want to use to enhance the plant-based products. Now they're talking about 2023, but actually this article came out just before the earnings. And when we're looking at the earnings, which of course I read so that you don't have to, we're seeing that they are going to establish a pilot plant in Belgium 2022. So to commence pre-commercial culture fat production. And my expectation is that they're going to use this to demo this product to big plant food producers to try to integrate cultured fat into their products. So they really want to create hybrid products with this. So what's interesting in the earnings, it was 24th of April. So they are talking about the opening of a California-based office. So that's great. I mean, they are listed on the Nasdaq, and California is right now probably the place where you have the most investments in cultivated meat. So yeah, together with Israel. So they are basically located in two hubs, and I guess the third hub would probably either Netherlands or Singapore. They also try to have a prominent value, so they're basically everywhere they need to be. Well, they are not in Singapore, but almost everywhere. So talk about financials. So one of the questions during the earnings is what's the expected development on the cash flow, on the expenses. So Meatech confirms that the research and development expenses and the cash flows are going to be roughly in line with 2021. Yeah, they do expect an increase in expenditures when they expand in research and development and invest in a pilot plant. So that's normal. And they're talking about their hybrid product strategies. What else? Yeah, they say the go-to-market is quite more sooner than a product that will contain 100% cultured meat. So they think they can get to revenue faster than other companies that are actually pure culture meat. And then they talk about the usual question. We always get this at the earnings with cultivated meat companies. When do we get regulatory approval? By now in my channel you saw that we actually have cultivated tastings approved in the Netherlands, so that's a step forward. Maybe we will be able to taste their products in the Netherlands, since that Piece of Meat is located in Belgium, so not far from the border from the Netherlands, so who knows. Second, they say it will take approximately 2 years in the United States. Again, it's an assumption. This is pretty much a number we always hear. The only company that's saying different numbers right now, that's Agronomics, who thinks they're going to get regulatory approval for one of their companies this year. They also say Piece of Meat, Meatech also says with respect to the EU, one says that it can take a bit longer. And maybe Singapore earlier. So we'll see about that. We'll see how that one goes. They also are keeping their first hybrid chicken nugget tasting events in Israel, unfortunately a little bit too far, with prominent investors. Yeah, I didn't get an invite yet. Guess I'm not such a prominent investor and I'm not located in Israel anyway. But I think it's great that they start holding some tasting events, and I do hope that maybe even this year I will have the opportunity to go to go taste it. So that's great. So looking at well, financials first. So we had a net income before taxes of 18 million that they had a loss, so that they're using. So that's an interesting number, and I had the impression they were saying in the earnings it's going to increase. For now, I'm going to stick to this number, but when we look at their balance sheet, so this is my sketchboard that I had created last year. So when we look at their balance sheets, they had about yeah, 19.32 million in cash. Last year I predicted it would be 19.6 million. I think it will be partly due to the currency reconversion rate or something like that. Anyway, it's not a big difference. And so when they're burning 18.02 million a year, it might even increase. So that means that they're probably going to run out of money this year. They don't seem particularly concerned about that. They haven't said anything. I suspect that they are going to get, yeah, they're going to need more money. So that means either loan, which I don't think they will do, or they're going to look more big investors, like we had Leonardo DiCaprio. He's investing in Meatech. And the last option would be then to dilute the shareholders to give everyone a chance to buy an extra. It's also a little bit the reason why I'm not buying the dip right now. I would like to see what their plan is. But to be honest, the current share price, it's $5. I mean, if you're not yet into this company, I would say this is a pretty good price to get in. Since their technology is good, I do think they will find the extra investments this year, and I don't see an issue with the company. I think it will continue to work and operate as normal as planned. They have collateral to lend money if needed, so they have the pilot plant, so that's going to be fine. They also, yeah, so for this year, their plans are build a pilot factory, produce and sell chicken fat, business to business, or at least yeah, try to get some contracts there. Office opening in California, which they mentioned. I had last year target price of $12.8 for Meatech. What is it based on? It's based on how, yeah, more the potential, and it's based on looking at the valuations of other cultivated meat companies. I still think it's realistic, assuming that their plans for their factory are going well, and potentially if we see like a cultivated meat approval for this year in the US for anything, that could have a positive impact on the share price. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe, and see you next time.